We use hip-hop to bring the message. H-O-K. Eat to live, gotta eat to live. Feed the kids, gotta feed the kids. Give them knowledge, give them power, give them motivation. Give them everything they need to change the situation to only greatness. Greatness in the brightest form. Stay strong, passion is how a diamond forms. Every storm, rain is just to wash away pain. To see a brighter day, aim to seek a higher way. Let's start the day, warfare beware. Mental, physical, spiritual, feel the war in the air. Time for us to prepare, do this to save the youth. Puppy spitting through pain, puppy spitting the truth.
Peace, come on over here. At least I got somebody else that look like Isaac Hayes out here. So we got the Isaac Hayes double lookalike. Peace.
Feeling that. I like
okay,
that.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, your views, good brother. There's so much going on. We got this somewhat crazy president. We got these atrocities happening last night. Mass shooting. Which one you want to tackle first? And first, your name and where you're from.
My name is Brian Jackson, originally from Louisiana. Right now I live in Boston, so I'm here for a conference. I think one of the biggest pieces that black people can appreciate, or we can look at about last night with the shooting in Las Vegas. If that person would have been black or it would have been a Muslim, the first picture you would have seen would have been that person's picture on the news last night.
Yes, right.
And up until now, unless you did a Google search, you wouldn't have saw that person's picture.
You're right.
But if it would have been a Muslim or something like that, that would have been the very first image before they talked about the shootings. And that's why when they say, why do we make everything about race, that is the reason. That is the reason it's about race.
Right.
KKK rally in Tennessee a couple days ago. But all these people who are talking about the NFL protesters who are peacefully protesting, mind you, peacefully, they're unpatriotic, but the KKK can go and protest in Tennessee and none of these patriotic people are saying anything about those folks flying a flag that we went to war against and defeated, which is essentially treason.
Right.
And Donald Trump is supporting that whole piece, just undercover. He's a undercover racist himself, and if we just want to call a spade, the only thing he did was take the robes or the mask off of those folks that had been wearing them for so long, and he just gave them a voice, and that's essentially what he's done.
Yeah, and I don't even know we can even keep calling him undercover because he's getting more overcover, and he's just coming. Even what he's doing with his reaction to Puerto Rico.
Right.
I mean, it's like any place where there are people of any kind of melanation, he got disdain and contempt for.
Right.
So how do we prepare ourselves and how do we address this? Aside from getting him out of office, how do black people weather this storm?
Right. And unfortunately, with that, Puerto Ricans found out that they were black when the hurricane happens, or they were in the same boat that we're in when it comes to Donald Trump and Republicans when the hurricane hit. They found out the hard way. Some of the ones who didn't know it already, they found out the hard way that they were in that same boat. But what we have to continue to do is say, hey, our vote counts, our dollar count, we spend more money than anybody you'll ever see. And until we start getting together, saying, you know what, we're not going to spend that money on your products, on your things, and start getting our stuff together, supporting black businesses ourselves, quit trying to ask for discounts for black businesses when we don't ask for their money, their businesses. We got to start saying, hey, we're going to take care of each other, stop the jealousy, stop the silly killings and all of that, start fixing our own neighborhoods, giving money to our own programs, then we can start making a difference.
Ashe.
Do it.
Ashe. And man, you are saying so many things that we have to take to heart because we have the power. I think the last study said if our financial power was measured, we would make the 9th largest economy if we were a nation just spending. So we have to redirect that. But as you mentioned, or what you didn't directly mention, but a lot of times our lack of trust, our lack of support of each other, those internal battles are keeping us from unifying. So how can we get beyond that?
I think the biggest piece is just education. Folks like yourself getting that word out, saying, hey, we can do this unified together. That doesn't have to be any jealousy. It's going to take those folks with a voice. The Kaepernicks, he's starting it. Colin Kaepernick doesn't realize how powerful and the movement that he is starting. He's done what Muhammad did so long ago, and people talked about him in the media. White folks hated him back then, and now they revere him when they went to bury. Colin is going to be the same way. It took him to stand up, make that voice in order for others. Now you see the Steph Curry wearing his t-shirts and all that. Now you're going to start seeing folks stand up and say, hey, this is the right way. And what we don't need to do is get his message lost. Right. He's not just saying, hey, this is about unification. This is about unarmed black men being murdered unjustly, and police officers being not held accountable, right, and using that great catchphrase, I feared for my life. Exactly. You need to go deliver mail or go be a school teacher. Yes. If you're that fearful of a man who has no weapons and you're thinking, oh, I just need to pull out a gun and all I know is to shoot. Police officer is not a job that you need to do.
Exactly. Wow. Couldn't be said any better. You have a question or comment for me?
I want you to drop that statement you said in the car about as far as us being shot down, and it looks like a case of the chickens coming home to roost. Remember what you were saying in the car?
Right. Just that. You know, just relate to especially the shooting in Texas. It's how much of this is karmic, because there's such a brutal history here of murder, of suppression, and it's ingrown in the psyche. So when you have no other country is like this, where mass shootings are happening on the regular, right, where you have people set themselves. Suicide is bad enough, sure, but not just suicide, but your purpose is to take as many lives, sure, with you. So could this be a karmic or almost chicken coming home to roost from all the negative, and not even talking about international overthrowing of governments and assassination of leaders that America has fostered? So could this all be that energy coming back?
You know, Malcolm talked about that during the JFK assassination, and I understand that. I don't know if I would say it's that, because there's a lot of innocents there who are people who don't deal in politics.
True.
What it is that you'll hear folks like the NRA who won't step up and say, hey, you know what, we do need gun reform. There is no reason for some of the things that are in these neighborhoods to be out here. Malcolm did make a good point. You know, we don't need submachine Uzis and things like that. And guess what? They don't produce that in the hood. We don't make that type of thing in the hood. That stuff comes from somewhere, and we don't make them. We don't own them. And so we got to get that regulation out there. And until we get that regulation out there, nothing will happen.
Very true.
And the one that they are so busy trying to stop is us. And you have never seen a black man run into a school and shoot up the kids, run into the office and shoot up the kids, run into a church, run into the movie. It's all, right, that's what I'm talking about, the theater. It's always Europeans, you see? So
you won't see that, because our mama gonna tear our a new butthole if we even tried that, and we know better. You know, we still trying to get to heaven, so we ain't finna try no foolishness like that or even think about that, because life is just too precious. And we definitely, you know, we want to do the right thing. We want a better America, man. We suffer enough as it is, so we got to stay educated. We gotta stop putting each other down, and we gotta have each other back. Take care of our women. And the last thing I want to tell you, brothers, is if you're not prepared to be in that woman's life, don't make a baby. We gotta get the fathers back in the home, and that is the biggest problem. These women can't make a man. That man needs to stay in the home, and if that's the one thing I want to leave with these brothers.
Yeah, you
stay in the home.
You shed so much light. You have any social media presence? Do you speak anywhere? Where else do you share your words? Mostly
just, you know, I nowhere, to be honest with you. Sometimes I get on my little Facebook page and I'll talk about some things, but not nowhere near the extent that you'll see some folks and you good brothers what y'all are doing. Just when it gets too far, you know, I'll talk about it and things like that, but just basically, you know, just thoughts that I have to myself.
Well, thank you for gracing and blessing us with your insights, good brother. Your name?
Brian Jackson.
Brian Jackson, from again?
Louisiana.
From Louisiana in the house.
Yes.
Brian, thank you. Thank you.
My brother.
Respect.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, it's not racist. It's class struggle. That's the you see, when you say racy, you are putting yourself in a tiny box. That means that 70 million white people like you, boo, immediately you say racy, they put in the other side of the sidewalk automatically. See, Michael A. understood that. It's not race, it's class struggle. You are not discriminated because you are black. Or I'm not discriminated because I'm black from Dominican Republic. I'm discriminated Because it's class struggle because of money. You are poor, that's it.
Hold on. So you saying you Dominican?
Yes,
And you are saying that you are black, like me? We brothers?
yes. No, but one saying, you are repeating the oligarchy word that they put in your mouth, in your mind. You see, when the police kill you, it's not because you are black. It's the working class. It's the working class, my friend.
I do have a question. Are you familiar with Bill Cosby?
Yes.
Now, he's a celebrity. He's a wealthy man.
Yes.
He's considered first class, wealthy class, correct? Now, you know his son was killed in a homicide, that someone's trying to steal a car or rob him. And the person they caught robbed him because he thought he was an easy victim because he was black and he was driving a wealthy car.
No, my friend, it's not because it's black. The problem is that you repeat the same lie that the oligarchy of the United States put in your head. The only black people that understood that was Michael X. And Michael X created a party for that, to take the power. You see, what you do in America is become like dummy of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. No, those two parties are the same party divided in two.
That's true.
You see,
That's true.
they all, you know the whole name of the party, GOP.
So Dominican Republic is not being targeted because they are black.
No, it's because they are poor, my friend. You see, when you say class struggle, you gotta go and take the book to study. And then, you see, when you say that I kill you because you are black, you put your say automatically in a tiny box. 75 million white people like you oppose you automatically. You see, that Michael understood that. And he never said, oh, because we are black. No, my friend, because you are poor.
Anybody ever tell you that you look like Rivera?
No, but that's might be. Might be. But you see, never repeat. If you see the video, Michael, they say never repeat what you listen in the white media, because this is the upper class.
Come back over. No, come back over. Camera.
You see, this is the upper class.
Oh,
they put word in your mouth for black people and put people to repeat it. And they stimulate you on that. Everything, oh, because you are black. No, my friend, because you are the working class. The people are the bottom.
How do we change it, or what is the solution?
The solution is you gotta study, you gotta read. You see, the problem, you are educated by the media, and the media are controlled by the upper class. You see, the Democrat and the Republican are the same party. The owner was GOP party, Great Old America. Why they change it? They change it because they criticize the Russian party, the Bolshevik party, the Communist party. That was one party, the party of the people. So if they criticize the Bolshevik and they have one party here, so at that time they started, oh, the left side or the party called the Democratic Party, the right side of this. You see, maybe you don't know, but the party of the slavery, do you know what the party of the slavery is?
Republicans.
No, my friend.
Oh no, it was the Democrats. Back then, yeah. Back then it was Democrats.
Your mind,
bro.
What the media repeat is the Democratic Party was the party of the slavery.
That's true.
Today,
That's true.
You are like obey to the Democratic Party. No, my friend, the Democratic Party is the same party. You see, after that, when they lose the war, the Democratic Party, you know what they created? After that?
The Republican Party.
No, the Ku Klux Klan, my friend.
Ah, the Ku Klux Klan.
You don't know the history.
Yeah, it was the Ku Klux Klan. No, it was the Ku Klux Klan. He's right. No, you're right. You're right.
But yo, you know what?
About American history.
This the first.
I know the whole history.
You one of the first Dominicans that I came unto that know this information. That's good, brother.
You see, that's why they keep repeating you. No, this is because you are black. This is because you are from Ecuador. This is because you are from Puerto Rico. No, they say that to keep people divided. You see, I don't participate on that because this is for black people. I don't participate on that because this is for Ecuadorian people. I don't participate on that because this is for Dominican people. No. You see, we got a common fight, and that common fight is overthrowing those two parties. That is the party of the oligarchy of the United States that deceive black people and Latin people. You see, it's not because you are black or because you are Dominican. It's because you are at the bottom of the line.
So how do we? You said how do we get to the top or to the middle? How do we get from the position we're in?
Creating what Michael has created, a party to take the power, the working class.
Does that party exist right now?
No, it doesn't exist. Michael has created. You see, Michael has created, and they keep Michael in Audubon. You see 165 in front of the Presbyterian Hospital?
Audubon Ballroom. Yo, Sonetta, he know about the Audubon Ballroom where they assassinated Malcolm X. So you were born, obviously, in the Dominican Republic. How long have you been in the United States?
About 35, 2 years, more or less.
Okay. When did you start studying all this American history? Or black American history?
I studied in Dominican Republic, but also I studied here. I went to Harlem. I bought a book about Michael X. Michael X is the only one that understood why.
Malcolm X.
No, because he said the right thing. You see, he make an evolution, but he got the right word. You see, in order to take the power, you got to create your own party. You can be at the bottom of the line of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. I mean, it's, both parties are the same. They just keep divided to keep you disease and you also disease because, oh, you got to be at the side of the Democratic Party because why would you? No, my friend. You see, let me put you one example. Haiti.
Go ahead, bro.
Haiti. You see,
which shares an island with the Dominican Republic.
No. Where around the world donated about $7 billion for the Haitian people. You know, they put to administrate the money George W. Bush and the Clinton family. They steal the money.
They stole it.
What's very important right now is let our Dominican family know that we are brothers, that we are the same. Talk to them in Spanish. Talk to them in Spanish and let them know that don't let the white man divide us. Say it in Spanish for them. Talk to them.
Bueno, nosotros debemos saber que la comunidad afroamericana y la comunidad latina en general son la misma persona. O sea, no podemos dejar que un grupo del Partido Demócrata o del Partido Republicano nos dividan con el cuento de que ellos están a nuestro favor. Eso nunca va a ser, porque es una cuestión de clase. O sea, la oligarquía nunca va a estar con los de abajo. Ellos están con los de abajo cuando vienen las elecciones que lo quieren engañar y ponerlo y que a votar, que en realidad el voto no vale, el voto aquí no cuenta, porque el voto lo deciden 4 gente en una habitación. El voto realmente no vale. Pues simplemente aquí engañan a la gente, ¿entiendes? Pero el voto realmente no vale. Nosotros nos debemos unir, todos los de abajo, blanco, rubio, moreno, azules, y tomar el poder. Pero para eso hay que estudiar y saber quiénes son tus enemigos de clase. Porque si tú sigues aliado a los enemigos de clase, tú nunca vas para ningún lado. Eso fue lo que entendió Michael X.
Sí, clase. Malcolm X. Malcolm X.
See, you keep, sometimes I feel sorry for Afro-American community. Why? You see, because what he said, it's all lie.
We know that, man. Don't think we don't know.
Yeah, but you know, but many people don't know. That's lie. You see, God do not exist, my friend. God do not exist. You see,
hold up.
You say God does not
exist? Did you hear? Hold on.
Do not exist.
Did you hear what my Dominican brother said? God does not exist.
No.
How long I've been saying that? Come on, man.
You see?
Yeah. But you also said you was the devil too. So I don't know if I believe in that side. I know. Just mess with you.
You see,
okay.
The devil is a creation of the oligarch. You see, in every empire, you see what he's saying was created in the Roman Empire. But what happened about the Chinese Empire? What happened about the Egyptian Empire? They got God also. So every empire, the oligarchy create a God to put it in the hand of the poor people. They don't want to solve the problem.
Exactly.
So they put you God. You see, that is the guy that is going to solve your problem. No, my friend.
There you go, brother.
They are the one that has to solve your problem. It's like here. You see, this guy is wasting time. If you take this guy, let's go to Harlem to build 3 houses, he say no. But he want to spend the whole life wasting time talking about a God that do not exist.
Go ahead.
God is a creation of the oligarchy in every empire. In every empire to keep the mass ignorance. That's why.
And under control.
Under control. You got right, 100%.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I cannot dispute that. But I will say this. Now, I will not dispute whether the authenticity, allow me to finish this point, but I think people can be motivated, whether it's true or not, can be motivated to still do some great things. No?
No. No. Let me tell you why.
That's right.
Let me tell you why. God is to keep people passive and obedient to the oligarchy. It's not to change the situation of the people. That is the mass, the majority of the people. Let me tell you one thing. Harlem, they portray Harlem as evil in the media. But now, since the oligarchy is interested in the area of Harlem, now the oligarchy of the United States is moving to Harlem. I mean,
gentrification.
Yeah, black people are going out of that place because
or ethnic cleansing, yeah.
Yeah, and it cleansing because they want the area. The same happened in Washington High. They're cleaning the area of Dominican, sending to Brooklyn and all the way to the Bronx. Because for one room they are charging $2,500, $3,000. That a common worker can pay $2,000 for a room. Right. So, but this is because the oligarchy want you to clean the area for themselves. You see, in order to take the power, we, the people at the bottom, have to get together. Doesn't matter if you are white, green, or blue, and take the power. But for that, you got to study the right book. Forget about the Bible. The Bible is to keep you stupid, dummy, and silly.
You are dropping some serious knowledge, man.
No, that knowledge is having around for a long time. The problem you could see in Harlem and every community in Brooklyn, you got for every corner 5 church, but you don't have a school. Why is that? Because they want to keep you dummy with God. That's why. That's why enough for all the reason that you see the old church in every block and no school.
Your family, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, they all feel the same way? Or are you different from the thought of other family members? Or do they feel the same way you do?
You see, Christopher Colombo arrived in Dominican Republic in 1492. He came with a Bible. This is the Bible. When you see the Bible like this, they cut your head in half. You see, then that's the Spanish Empire that did that. And they more or less killed around, in 11 years, they killed more or less 20 million people.
Right. Genocide.
Still the resources. Then came the American after that to do exactly the same. And they keep with the same guy putting you dummies in your head, and they stealing all the resources. I mean, forget about the guy.
His stuff is sound. We're going to have to get his information up in here. We're going to have to come back. Oh, do you? Okay.
You see, the problem is, we got to keep... Let me tell you what happened. More or less in New York, in the United States, you are controlled by one community. It's not the black community. You see, you are obedient to the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party basically controlled by one sector of the American society, and you are obedient to that sector that doesn't do anything for black people, Latin people, or whatever other class. They just care about themselves, the oligarchy. So, and that's why you gotta You got to understand that, especially black community and Latin community, that we have to get together and create a party like Michael X did to take the power. Not with those two parties. Those two parties are the party of the oligarchy of the United States. And what I said before, the Democratic Party was the party of the slavery. Then after that, after they were defeated in the American Civil War, they create this squad called the Ku Klux Klan.
The Ku Klux Klan, definitely.
Woodrow Wilson.
You know what he's saying, man.
Yeah, but it's a Ku Klux Klan. I'm serious.
You see, Woodrow Wilson, in 1915, he invaded Mexico. From Mexico,
He know his dates, man. He know his history.
From Mexico, he invaded Haiti in 1915. They occupied the country for 19 years. And in 1916, 1 year later that they occupied Haiti, they sent troops to the Dominican Republic and they occupied the Dominican Republic for 8 years. So they left in Haiti a dictatorship for 45 years and a dictatorship in Dominican Republic for 30 years. So when you see that, you see the Haiti Central Bank was controlled and they put a name, City Bank. You see that the American Central Bank at that time, they converted this into the City Bank. So you see, that mindset that you see in Haiti were created by the United States and the French. So the French blockade Haiti after the independence for 35 years and the United States for 60 years until Abraham Lincoln said, we don't need to keep that type of slavery anymore because we could control the people by other means. It's not that Lincoln is the free slavery. No, he didn't free anything. Lincoln understood that we have other means to control people, and that's what they did. It's not like Lincoln is the one that freed the slave. No, my friend.
They took the chains off the body and put it on the mind.
That's why.
That's what they did.
That's why, because...
Yo, what's his name again, brother?
Brian.
You see?
Hey, Brian.
Because right now, American people are controlled by the media. You see, by the media, you are controlled by the media, and everybody in the United States are controlled by the media. See, Michael X was the guy that understood everything. He was a clean man, never repeat what the media say. You see, every time that you say, oh, I'm discriminated because I'm black. No, you are not discriminated because you are black. You are discriminated because you are poor.
Classism.
Class struggle, not racist. A class struggle.
Could it be both?
No. You see, it's because I want to deceive you. Because you tie yourself in a tiny box when you say racist. It's not racist. You see, you put 75 million white people against you automatically. Why? If you could be allied of you in the fight to take the power. You see, because it's class struggle. It's not because you are black or because I'm Dominican or because this is from Ecuador. No, it's because you are at the bottom of the line. So, but I want you to keep divided. I say, no, because I discriminate you because you are black. I discriminate you because you are Puerto Rican. I discriminate you because you are from whatever country. No, it's because it's class struggle. But right. Class struggle means that you got to understand. Then if class struggle is, you say, oh, then society is divided in social classes. To what class I belong. So then, oh, bro, I belong to the same class as this guy, white guy. I mean, it's the same. Then you, instead of having 25 million black people alive, you're going to have 150 million. And you could
interesting theory. That's a powerful theory. You know, if enough people sign up for it.
Let the brother add on. He would like
you have a question? Come on in, Brian. This is a good brother from earlier. Come on in.
So what you're talking about goes back to England, back to a time where, and even early America, where they had whites and black were both sort of sharecroppers. And what they were doing was saying this wasn't right, this was bad. And so the richer or the upper elite was saying, wait, we can't have both poor white and poor blacks going against us. So what we need to do is also take the poor whites and say, hey, we're all white, we're all together. Let's be against all the people of color and brainwash them to think you're in the same category with us, but you are not in the same category with us. you're just like us, and they don't see that. And the same thing happened when they start voting for Trump. They're only making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, barely making it, but thinking, yep, we're in the same boat as this millionaire. No, sir, you're not. You need Obamacare.
Exactly.
You need, you know, the kind of things that everybody else needs, but you're thinking that you're in this upper class and you are not. You're fooling yourself. But that's because they tried to separate the social classes by race a long time ago, and they were successful.
Very true. Very true.
Brother number one, making, you see?
He dropped it. He dropped it.
Brother number one.
Problem number one.
No, he said brother number one.
No, brother number one is making one mistake. We need Obamacare. We don't need Obamacare. No, we don't need. We need because Obama, what Obama did, Obama privatized the whole health system. What we need is free health care for everybody, no privatization of health. That was what Obama did. What Trump is gonna do is exactly the same that Obama did, to privatize. You see, it's not privatization that we need. We need free health care, we need free education, we need free housing. You see, that's what we need.
True.
So, you see, they put out to fight against Trump. Trump is not the problem. Trump is like Obama. Trump is a representative of the oligarchy of the United States.
Anyone who takes that office is going to be a representative of oligarchy.
Then that fight, I'm against Trump, I'm pro-Hillary. No, Hillary is exactly the same as Trump. You see, brother, divided with that ship, I'm knowing that.
With
so
20 million
free education.
With 20 million undocumented immigrants that come every year, this shirt that you're wearing, was it free? You had to pay for that. With 20 million undocumented immigrants that come every year, which we are a country of immigrants, if we gave free health care, we are now bankrupting that system. Someone has to pay for it. Your tax dollars, my tax dollars, and if this brother or whoever decides they want to go to school to become a nurse, doctor, or a dentist, how can they now make a living for their family if everything is for free? We cannot do that. Unfortunately, that sounds great in theory, but someone's taxes have to pay for that. And in order to so if no one's working, taxes have to be raised. Taxes has to be raised in order for that to work. We can't just say we're going to give free houses. That sounds great in theory, but people who have worked hard, you know, I understand we got to do that. Now, I'm all for paying our fair share of taxes. I pay a crap load of taxes because I make good money a year, and I don't complain about that. You know, I don't complain about that at all. But we can't say that health care has to be universally free with everybody without thinking that doesn't come a consequence. We have to pay for it. It has to be paid for. So if you're going to say that, you have to then say, what is the plan to make it free? Because it can't just be free.
True.
Thank you.
My friend, don't go away, because you see,
I gotta eat some dinner because I love good conversations.
Yeah.
I love great conversations.
Okay, but thank you, Brian.
Yeah. It's a pleasure. You
Always.
guys
Thank you, my
great,
man. Peace.
You guys are
Peace.
great.
All right, let's go over there.
you see, brother number one making another mistake. You see, the United States, the only people that pay taxes are the people at the bottom. Rich people.
He kind of right, man. He kind of right. He kind of right.
Taxes. You see, he don't understand that it's the working class that pay the taxes.
You hitting
no
it, man.
corporation pay any taxes.
Well, not any. They pay minimum.
No, they make you believe that they don't pay taxes. You see, Hillary Clinton create a bill for the rich not to pay taxes. But I'm not blaming Hillary Clinton for creating that bill. Every other people we do the same that belong to the upper class. So they don't
let them know that Fidel Castro, he did it. He made medicine and you know.
Let's say, if Cuba, that is a tiny country, or 11 million, got free education, got free university, free healthcare, and free everything,
Right.
the United States that still the whole world could have it. You see, we got Dominican Republic. We got a mine called we got gold. We got a few resources and mineral, but it doesn't belong to all. The United States bring those resources here for free. See, and then how if you steal the resources of a country like Dominican Republic and the other country around the world, you see, take the case right now of Syria. Syria, a war created by Obama.
Exactly. Well, he kind of Bush started it, and then he just kind of kept it going. Yeah.
No. That war was created basically by Obama, but it doesn't matter if Obama or Bush created. It's the oligarchy of the United States that created the war. So the papa that is there at the presidency had to follow what they say. You see, right now, Trump is a guy that belongs to the oligarchy. But Trump didn't have in mind to kill those wars. But what he didn't understand that when he got into the White House, it's not the president of the White House that run the country. It's a group of people that you don't see it, that control everything. You see, black people in America are very innocent. So they keep fighting. Oh, I'm Democrat, I'm Republican, I'm this. No, my friend, you are nothing. You are poor. And you gotta go with the rest of the poor of white people, blue and green, and create a party that represents the working class to take the power. Otherwise, you're gonna keep your whole life fighting between this and this, but that doesn't matter.
So has this ever been done before? Is this an original concept? Has the classes ever united?
You know that Michael created the Pan-American Party. Don't you remember that? That Michael created the Pan-American...
The Pan-African?
Party to take the power. So when he created that, the oligarchy of the United States killed Michael X because they knew that he was in the right track. So, he created a party to take the power. So we had to kill Michael X, and they kill it. See?
I mean, he makes some sound points, Sonetta. You want to add anything to that?
No, let's get the family from London.
Okay, man, you have really graced us with your knowledge. Your name?
Lorenzo Castillo.
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo Castillo.
Lorenzo Castillo. Muchas gracias, caballero. Muchas gracias.